All right. So this is gonna be a like a story playthrough. Like I want to explain everything I know, or at least most of everything I know, everything that I can cram into this video. So we're gonna start with Claire, because even though RE2, when it originally came out, Leon was disc 1, and Claire was disc 2. Uh, from what RE6, even though people hate it, it basically made Claire A, Leon B canon instead of Leon A, Claire B, because in it, Sherry gets infected. In RE6, Sherry's infected by the G virus and then healed by the G antivirus, which is called the devil vaccine. And in order for that to be, canon, Claire A, Leon B has to happen because Sherry's only infected by the G virus in Claire A. Let's fucking do this.
A bizarre incident occurred in the outskirts of an American suburb called Raccoon City. It was later revealed that the terrible disaster had been caused by the T virus, a mutagenic toxin created by the international enterprise Umbrella Incorporated for use in bioweapon experiments. The Raccoon City Police Department's Special Stars Unit immediately began investigation into it. The case was apparently closed, thanks to the efforts of STARS members Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine. But the Umbrella Corporation's experiments were far from finished.
So, Claire was looking for Chris because after the events of RE1, Chris went to, I believe, Europe in order to investigate Umbrella more, in order to, protect his family, like Claire. He didn't really say anything, he just took off. Umbrella was not happy with the STARS members.
Guy's a maniac.
Why do you
buy me?
So the rumor has it that's actually Kendo, if that was supposed to be Kendo, but instead, because they didn't end up using Kendo for CGI. Oops. Damn, I skipped the whole shit.
Great. The radio's out.
You're a cop, right?
Yeah, first day on the job. Great, huh?
Allegedly, the diner that Claire was in when she found Leon is also the same diner
I came to find my brother Chris.
from Outbreak. What's that thing? Either Outbreak or the diner from RE3.
Sure. There's a gun inside.
Better take it with you.
That's also a palette swap zombie Leon. So you see how Claire's on the left and Leon's on the right? In Leon A, Claire B, when the scenarios are swapped, the car would spin around, so Leon would be on the left and Claire would be on the right.
Claire!
Leon!
I'm okay. Head to the station. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
Okay. Oh man, I got bit.
Freeze! Who are you?
What are you doing
here?
Don't shoot! I'm a human!
So originally, Kendo was supposed to have a huge involvement in RE2.
Ooh. Sorry about that,
And what's
babe.
now
I
dubbed,
thought you
RE
were one of them.
1.5, he was actually supposed to be a companion to your
What's
character.
going on in this town?
Hold on. I ain't got no clue, darling. By the time I noticed something was wrong, the entire city was infested with zombies.
Also gets a little bit creepy when you talk to him. It's a little bit
But
creepy.
don't you worry, girlie. You'll be safe in here. I'm keeping a close eye on things.
And shit, something like that, you would... Ooh, I feel safer out here. So, you know, you can obviously watch Kendo die here. Or you can, if you were to pick up items in here, the zombies would bust through. Oh, if you wait long enough, it will happen. Well, you could shoot down the zombies and get the bow launcher from Kendo. Or if you wait, it'll show up in the police station. And if you were playing as Leon, it would be a shotgun instead of a bow. Well then. So Kendo was actually really good friends with Barry Burton because, you know, Barry's a gun enthusiast. So he would actually, you know, supply a lot of the weapons stars, the custom-made ones. And him and Barry were actually close friends. During the outbreak, Kendo actually gave a lot of his guns away to help citizens. He was a good guy. Oh my god. Mine caution. No. Let's read. So there's a file you can pick up there. But I forgot if files count towards seeing Brad or not. So when you don't pick up any items on the way to the police station, the zombie Brad appears down here. And this was found out from beating the game. The game would actually tell you how to get Brad. And Brad is actually a super zombie, so it's difficult as hell to kill him. Unless he just falls over and you kick his head off. Now when you kill zombie Brad, you know, you get a special key to a locker that's actually supposed to be locked. Well, obviously it has a key. And in there you get out costumes. Claire gets one out costume and a weapon, while Leon gets two out costumes.
Hang in there. Are you the only officer left in the building?
Who are you?
Claire Redfield. I'm looking for my brother Chris.
We lost contact with him over 10 days ago. Chris, Jill, Barry. Every last STARS team member has disappeared. We should have listened to them.
What happened?
About 2 months ago, there was this incident involving these zombie-like creatures in a mansion located in the outskirts of this city. Chris and the other STARS members discovered that Umbrella was behind everything, at the risk of their own lives. But no one believed them.
Are you okay?
Don't worry about me. Just rescue the survivors in the other rooms. Here, take this key card. You should be able to unlock the doors in the hall with this. Now go.
But...
Just go.
Okay. Just hang in there. I'll
See
be
all the
back
party
soon.
hats and everything? That was supposed to be Leon's welcome party, since it was his first day on the job. And also Marvin, you know, Outbreak is technically considered canon now, at least some aspects of it. It's a little bit iffy on what is and what isn't. But, you know, Marvin was, you know, fatally wounded trying to help, you know, a lot of the survivors escape. And in Outbreak, you can actually see that go down. He chooses to stay behind while a bus of survivors get out. And Claire is equipped with a lockpick, so she can get things like that. While Leon has a lighter. Uh-oh. And then, you know, RE1, having the lockpick was a lot, you know, more useful than having a lighter. While in RE2, it seems like, you know, the usefulness is kind of swapped. Having the lighter starting out is a lot more useful than having the lockpick. You know, liquors are, you know, first appeared in RE2, and they're actually in an evolved form of the zombie in some cases. How there is Crimson Heads in the remake, you know, liquors are somewhat similar to Crimson Heads. Why'd I go in here? In the aspect that they're, it's a T virus further mutating in certain people, which causes them to become the liquor. This is the Star's office, clearly. So that was Chris's diary. That's where Claire finds out where Chris actually is, that he left, and he's no longer around. And here you have all the original Stars members. I believe that's Edward Dewey, Forrest Spire, Kevin. No, not Kevin. Yeah. Yo, Lord Gambino. Thank you for the host. I appreciate it. Thank you. Here you got Richard, Wesker, Barry. I believe that's Brad. Joseph, Jill, Chris, Enrico. I think that's Edward. When you play as Claire, you always get the grenade launcher in there, and when you play as Leon, you always get the Magnum. So RE3 is a little bit interesting that with RNG, you can get either or. And that was the facts about the outbreak. And the reason why there's so many like awkward puzzles and keys in the RPG building is because it used to be an art museum that was converted into a police station. You know, it's a little bit cartoony, just like the amount of like weird stuff in it. You know, back in the STARS office, you have Wesker's desk that you could examine, like, I think it's 50 times, and you get the picture of Rebecca that you could develop here. So the key that we got from Brad, this is where we use it, and this is where we find the owl costume. And also in this locker, for Claire specifically, you can get a Colt SSAA. SS, or SAA. It's a gun that's exclusive to Claire, that you can only get from getting the key from Zombie Brad. It's basically just a handgun that fires bullets pretty rapidly. And then in Claire's out costume, it has her famous "Let me live" on the back. That's kind of what Claire's been associated with now, that phrase, "Let me live." It's on her the back of her jacket in Code Veronica as well. What's interesting about these zombie arms is you have to be perfectly placed when running by on this one. See, I got grabbed there. If you're too far close, you know, obviously you'll get grabbed. But even if you're too far away, you'll still get grabbed. Which makes speedrunning in this area somewhat pretty difficult, a little bit of a nightmare. You have to be perfectly in the center in order to dodge them. So over there you got the shutter. And while playing through the game, you can actually find a wire to close down the shutter. And you can actually put it in two different areas. And what it does is it prevents zombies from getting in later on in the game. And it's actually also a speedrun tactic for when you're doing Scenario B. And why is it a speedrun tactic? It's because it prevents zombies from getting into areas that you'll be running through. It more so affects Leon B speedrun than Claire B. Because in the Claire B speedrun, you can actually skip activating the zombies that will come through those shutters for a while. As opposed to Leon B, the quickest route is to activate the zombies early on. Keep this just because. Like I was saying before, how it's a little bit more convenient in RE2 to start off with the lighter. In Claire's B scenario, that's where you would find the lighter, and it's a necessity to beat the game, as opposed to the lockpick, where you go through the whole game without picking a lock. Those zombies are really easy to dodge. I could have just left them, but since this is kind of an in-depth playthrough that I'm going to be uploading to YouTube, I might as well just go into the STARS office and get that picture of Rebecca developed.
Help me!
And then that's Sherry, Claire's main, partner in RE2. So you have to inspect Wester's desk a lot of times. I believe it's 50 in order to get the picture of Rebecca. Why Capcom decided to include this, I don't know. How someone even discovered this, I don't know. Like, who sits there and just examines something so many damn times until until something happens. Nobody really knows why this picture of Rebecca is here. There's some speculation that it's because, she wasn't in that one picture that we saw earlier with the entire STARS team. And then there's other people who just say Wesker's creepy, which, could also make sense. So in order to get the picture developed, come in here. There you go. She kind of looks like Spanky from the Little Rascals. Alright, the He-Man Woman Hater Club. Majority of the zombies in this game, you can actually just run around. So here's a meetup with Leon. In Leon's B scenario, you actually run into Sherry.
Claire, you made it.
Yeah.
But in his A scenario, you don't even see Sherry till the end of the game.
Yeah, you just missed her. Who is she?
I don't know.
And in Leon's A scenario, also, the meetup doesn't happen here, it happens in the STARS office.
Leon, I'll go look for her. You go and find us a way out of here.
Of course. But before I forget, here's a radio. That way we can keep in touch if something comes up.
And it's kind of funny, Leon telling Claire, let's split up, kind of like a Scooby-Doo type thing. Well, when he meets Ada, right away Ada runs away from him. He tells Ada, that's stupid, you shouldn't leave me behind. What's interesting is, right here, you can just run right by all these zombies. It's very simple. It's pretty hard to get good there. But if you're playing in the US version, there's a lot more zombies there, and it actually takes some skill to dodge them. And if you're speedrunning the US version, it's actually easier just to kill them than try to dodge them. So that female zombie there is one of the very first female zombies over Resident Evil. There were no female zombies in Resident Evil 1. It's kind of a landmark to have a female zombie. And then here, this is where the bowgun appears if you didn't collect it from Kendo. And then Leon's campaign would be the shotgun. So you get the crashed helicopter here. It's on fire. The guy in the B scenario, you actually see the guy shoot it down, and you get a cutscene of that happening, the crash happening. In the RE2 remake, the guy who shoots down the helicopter actually appears in a different area. And if you play the demo, you would see him. He's a cop who isn't Marvin, who kind of meets an untimely demise. What's going on, K Ryder? How you doing, man? Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Just have some breakfast. Right on, man. My breakfast is right here. Some coffee. I'm trying some intermittent fasting, seeing if it helps a little bit. The weight loss, and it's even supposed to help promote muscle growth, so we'll see. Yeah, man, right on. I'm excited to play some RE2, you know? Oh, damn. Ooh, got by him. So a lot of the windows and everything are boarded up. The police station actually served as a safe house for a while for survivors until, you know, they took in the wrong people. And one big complaint from a lot of fans is like, well, how did a police force not be able to take down these zombies? You know, it doesn't make sense. The police chief actually sabotaged his police force. That's why the police stations all has like weapons in random places, random doors are locked. It's because he ordered that to happen so that way he can actually kind of escape his guilt. So that way, oh shit, I forgot the key. Oh yeah, that's right, I'm an idiot. Police Chief Irons actually ordered that to happen so that way he can kind of hide his how guilty he was. Hide his what's the word I'm looking for? Get rid of his tracks, you know? His umbrella was paying him under the pocket, or under the table. To kind of turn a blind eye to all their evil experiments and shit. So when the outbreak happened, he wanted it to trace back to him that he allowed this to happen. It's been a while since I played RE. Claire A. And you can see I'm doing door skips. That's exclusive to the PC version. Every version is a little bit different. You got the PC version where you can door skip. The GameCube version allows you to skip cutscenes. The PlayStation version you can't do either. And the Game.com version is its own thing in itself. And then the N64 version, you can actually change the color of the blood. I guess that was Capcom's attempt to make it more kid-friendly, since, you know, the N64 was more of a family console compared to the PlayStation. But it's pretty interesting. If you actually skip cutscenes and when you skip cutscenes, the game actually becomes significantly shorter. And if you throw door skip into that, it's actually estimated that the game is only about a half-hour long. So with no cutscenes and door skip, you can actually speedrun the game in about a half hour. I fucked that up. Oh my gosh. Oops. Uh-oh. Alright. Marvin's another character like Kendo who was actually supposed to have a significantly, yeah, wasting ammo. A significantly longer, or more important role in the game. He was supposed to be another, like, partner character, sort of how, like, Kendo was supposed to be in, RE 1.5, what was supposed to be RE 2. But his kind of importance in the game got significantly shortened. Yo, what up, Lord Gambino? How you doing, man? Thanks for coming by, dude. Thank you for the host earlier. I appreciate it. I guess I could take a look in here real quick. Marvin looking nice in RE2 remake. Dude, he looks really great, man. And I'm really digging about how, like, as you play more through the game, you can see him getting more and more, like, infected and worse. It's really cool. Like, at the beginning of the demo, he just looks like he's injured. And at the end of the demo, he's, like, turning pale. It looks like he's about to turn soon. So this was actually a note for Leon, like, welcoming him on his first day. And this was supposed to be Leon's desk right here. You know, party hats and, like, I guess soda and other champagne. You know, just kind of, like, celebrate his first day. Which didn't turn out so well. So Claire gets a bowgun, she also gets a grenade launcher. And what's interesting about the grenade launcher is it actually makes her hitbox more narrow, and she's able to squeeze in through tighter spaces, making it easier to dodge zombies and harder for enemies to hit her. You also get 3 different types of grenade ammo, at least in this version. Oops. You get the fire rounds, you get the acid rounds, and you get normal grenade rounds. I wonder how the guy in Kendo will look. I haven't seen no trailers or pics of him. I think there's pics of him, or from what I've heard. I haven't looked because I didn't want it spoiled too badly. But I've heard, I'm pretty sure that Kendo's out there.
I'm terribly sorry. I thought you were another one of those zombies.
Are you Chief Irons?
Yes, that's me. And just who are you? No, don't bother telling me. It makes no difference. You'll end up just like all the others.
So that's Chief Irons. He is pretty
That's the
responsible for
mayor's
the outbreak
daughter.
happening too, purposely
I was
sabotaging the
told to
police
look after
station so
her,
that way
but I failed miserably.
his deals with Umbrella
Just
couldn't be
look
tracked
at
back
her.
to him.
She was a true beauty.
And he
Her
was
skin
already
was
crazy, but the
showing
outbreak caused him to go
perfection.
full on over the edge.
But
The
it
mayor's
would
daughter right
soon
there, he
putrefy
actually
and
hunted
she
her
would
down
turn into a zombie within the hour.
and murdered her,
All the others.
like
There must
out
be
of sport.
some way to stop it.
In a manner of speaking, there is.
And his plan was to
Either by
basically,
putting a bullet
taxidermy
through
her.
brain, or by
Allegedly, he wanted to
decapitating
turn her into a
completely.
sex doll. I'm not sure if that's fan rumors or if that's actually confirmed, but his
I think
amount of
that
craziness
taxidermy used to be my
that
hobby.
it would
But
make
no
sense.
longer.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Please. I'd really like to be alone now.
Should make him yeah, like if Kendall had a bigger involvement like he was originally supposed to have in RE 1.5, that'd be really cool. He is an interesting character. Like I was saying earlier about how he was really good friends with Barry Burton, how he helped, he would always make the custom weapons for the Stars members, and that he helped a lot of the survivors when the outbreak first happened. Like he would give them weapons and things for free to help fight the infected.
Wait. Let me go! Easy, easy there. I'm not a zombie. You're safe now. Leon, come in. I found the girl, and I've cleared the wreckage that was blocking the corridor.
Got it.
Hold on a second, sorry.
My name's Claire. What's yours?
Sherry.
Do you know where your parents are?
They both work at the Umbrella Chemical Plant, near the city limits.
The
Yeah, Sally, he died pretty
plant?
quick. Well, sad he got
What are you doing here?
pretty nasty before
My mom
zombies
called
rushed him.
and
Yeah,
told me to go
you
to
would
the
think
police
that he would
station
barricade
because
that
it
big ass
was
window.
too dangerous to stay at home.
From the look of things, I'd say she was
And it's kind of
probably right.
funny how
It's
quickly he
dangerous
just went
here as
out.
well.
But
You'd better come with
he was
me.
supposed to be
there's
have a
something
major role in the
out there.
game. Whether
I
or
don't
not
know
he
what
would have
it
made
is,
it out of Raccoon City
but I
in
saw it.
RE
Looks
1.5,
larger
I'm
than
not sure.
any of those zombies.
I'm not sure if that
And it's
information's
coming
out there,
after
but I do
me.
know he was supposed to be like a major partner character,
What
even
was
following
that?
you around at
That's
certain
what I
points
was
of the game.
telling you about. It's here.
Sherry, wait!
I think he followed Eliza Walker around while Marvin followed Leon around. So Annette told Sherry to go hide in the police station
Chief?
because she figured it'd be safe there. I'm not sure whether or not she knew that the police station was overtaken. But William is after her. The G virus actually makes him seek out Sherry because he knows that she's a suitable host for the embryo. Because they have matching DNA, I believe is the reason. That's why you see when William infects Ben or Chief Irons, the embryo just rips right through him. It doesn't take. So this is the other room you can put the wire into to make the shutters come down to prevent zombies. Remake, couple of jump scares got you. Yeah, a couple of jump scares got me too. Like when you see that guy hanging from the roof, where the room where the liquor is, that got me. When the guy he twitches or falls down slightly, that scared the shit out of me. And then the other jump scare that got me is when you investigate the locker and you open it and there's a dead body inside. Like it got me when the body fell over onto Leon. Like, I'm really optimistic about
Sherry,
remake.
I've been looking everywhere for
I
you.
feel it really does
I'm
like
so worried.
capture the essence of this game in the modern
We've got to
version.
go now, honey, okay? If we stay here, that monster will find us. Let's go.
No, I won't.
What's the matter? Don't you trust me?
It's not that, Claire. It's because of my daddy. He's over there. I heard him call my name. Daddy must have been attacked by the monsters. I have to help him.
Wait, Sherry, no.
Wait, Sherry, don't go alone. Sherry! Sherry!
What's interesting is that Sherry never actually or learns that William is a monster. The monster that's chasing her. But in the RE2 remake, in the trailers that we've seen so far, like, I'm curious if Sherry will find out if the monster is William or not, like her dad. Because in that trailer that shows, you know, the first William fight, the G1 fight with Claire, like, she sees the monster up close. She's like, "I'm worried about you," and like points to William. How many years do I think until RE3 remake comes out? I kind of have a feeling it's already in development. Like, Capcom's already working on it. From what I've heard, the pre-sales of a RE2 remake are like incredible. So like, I feel like Capcom will want to cash in on that as soon as they can. So as far as like when I think it'll come out, maybe 1 or 2 years. I have a feeling by the end of 2019, we'll know for sure that we'll see something of RE3 remake. I mean, Capcom said that it's not even out of the realm of possibilities that they remake the very first one. Which, you know, remaking the original Resident Evil for the second time sounds a little bit crazy, but I'd buy it and I'd play it. I would enjoy it too. Like, I'd be happy if they remade that one as well. It's one thing I've always wanted from the original Resident Evil is a canon, like a canon playthrough, like, you know, like Jill A, Claire, or Jill A, Chris B, Chris A, Jill B.
Claire, are you there?
Sherry, are you okay? Did you find your dad?
Yes, I'm okay. But I couldn't find him. But I did find something else for you. Here.
Thanks, sweetie. Now, why don't you come over here? I want you to stay with me.
Claire, I can't reach the ventilation hole anymore. But don't worry, I'll find another way.
I can take care of
I can
myself.
take care of myself.
Wait, Sherry, come back. Sherry! Sherry!
Yeah, Capcom's definitely been a lot more promising this year than anything, you know? Having that Onimusha remaster come out is amazing. Onimusha was just one of those, like, really underrated titles that Capcom sort of abandoned. Like, I loved Onimusha 1 and 2, and 3 definitely needed some work, but it's a great title that I wish that they would have done more with. I'm happy that they've actually, like, remastered it and it's coming out soon. So Onimusha 1 and 2 were godlike. And Onimusha 3 was a little bit silly with, like, you play as the French guy in, like, I think, like, World War 1 or 2 times. And you kind of get, like, what is it? You get, you time travel. I remember not even beating 3. Oh shit, I forgot this is a scenario beat. So with Claire, you get the 3 different grenade rounds. You get flame, acid, and regular. Acid works really well against liquors, and flame rounds work best against like William. And right there on the table is a wire that you would use to close down the shutters. I don't have enough room. No, I got kills and wasting ammo. Yo, what up, Hezzy? What's going on, man? How you doing? Fuck. Took pretty long for Capcom to bring back Onimusha for PS4, and it's only a remaster. I was waiting for this game for a long. Yeah, I was hoping that like possibly like we could get like a remake of Onimusha 2. Like a modern Onimusha would be awesome, but like I'm pretty certain that even like a remaster will hold up. Why'd I waste that ammo? I could have used it now. So here you find another camera roll that you can have developed in that room. That camera roll is actually like one of the first zombies that the police station finds. It's basically just like a zombie head. Good looks. What's going on, Pess? What are you up to today, man? You see Jake Shields grill fucking Connor's jiu-jitsu coach. That's pretty funny. It's chilling before bed. Oh damn, you haven't gone to bed yet? Forgot how late you stay up. I didn't. It was pretty funny. It was like that guy Dylan Danis. He like, for whatever reason, posted a picture of him grappling with Jake Shields at a jiu-jitsu match, and he was like talking shit about Jake Shields, even though Jake Shields beat him in that jiu-jitsu match. So Jake Shields like posted a poll on Twitter. He's like, "What's Dylan Danis's like biggest achievement? Like losing to me, Connor taking him shopping, Khabib kicking him in the face." It was pretty funny. I don't even have room for this shit. I should. Like I was saying earlier, acid rounds work best against like liquors and like the G virus monster. What's that Dylan do to Dick? From what I've heard, yeah. Like, all he does is really talk shit. Like, he doesn't really have, like, any achievements of his own, you know? Like, he's not even, like, in the sport of jiu-jitsu, he's not even really at the top. He kind of just rides off, you know, Connor's success. I think he's only had, like, 1 or 2 MMA fights and lost both of them, I want to say. He's a dude that, like, Khabib, like, jumped out and kicked in the face. But yeah, I've heard nothing good about that Dylan guy. So here, Claire actually collects these these like metal pieces that we use to advance in the game. In Claire's scenario, or in Leon's scenario, I'm sorry, it will be chess pieces. Actually, let's take this guy. Yeah.
Claire!
Sherry, you're okay.
I'm glad to see you're safe, Claire.
Yeah.
Claire!
I'm going down there. Stay here and wait for me, okay?
Help me!
So in Claire A, William actually infects Chief Irons with the G embryo. I like kind of his, Chief Irons' death in Claire B a lot more, where William actually just grabs him and rips him in half from the waist. I feel that's more suiting of a death for him. A lot more graphic and more deserving.
Not bad, girl. But I'm not letting anyone leave my town.
And this mofo has a
Everyone's
torture
gonna
chamber.
die.
Calm down, Chief. What happened?
Shut up! You couldn't possibly understand what's happened. Those monsters from Umbrella have destroyed my beautiful town. How could they do that to me after everything I've done for them?
So it's true. You have been working with Umbrella. Then you must know about the G-Virus. What is it? Tell me!
If you must know, it's the agent that can turn humans into the ultimate bioweapons. Superior to the T-Virus in every way. Dr. William Birkin is the genius behind the project.
William Birkin.
I'm sure you've already seen his little girl running around here somewhere. Sherry, isn't it? In case you haven't already figured it out. The monster that's been tearing my precinct apart is yet another product of the G-Virus. An ultimate bioweapon.
You think Silva's losing the style bender?
To cover its tracks.
Yeah. I don't know if Silva's gonna be able to take that fight. He's getting pretty up there in age, and he's been in some wars. His timing isn't what it used to be. Like, it's Anderson Silva. He could obviously pull it off in like spectacular fashion, like just front kick him to the face, or you know, flying knee him or some crazy shit. But if I were to put money down, I would say, you know, Silva doesn't take that fight. What do you think, man? So this G-Virus monster comes from the embryo when it doesn't find a proper host. If I were to be Claire B, I would be fighting G1 Birkin here. Hopefully I have enough ammo. Shit. I might not. I think I barely had enough ammo. So these little embryo monsters, not a lot of people know, but you can actually just shake the joystick, and that gets them off you. Style bender, no doubt. Yeah, like, if it was like 10 years ago, shit, I could pick up this ammo, and that would have been a way easier fight. I thought this was like Anderson Silva from 10 years ago, no doubt Anderson Silva. Even 5 years ago, maybe, but... You know, Silva, he's like, what, 41, 42 now? Who was Stylebender's last opponent? I just remember he demolished him.
Claire, you came back.
I can't believe the man who developed the G-Virus is actually her father.
What's wrong, Claire?
It's nothing. But I think I found a way out of here. We should be able to find someplace safe if we can just make it out of town.
Who are you taking in
But...
Don't worry, I'll
the title fight with Whitaker and Gastelum?
But you have to make sure you don't...
Whitaker, no doubt. I'm surprised Gastelum's getting a title shot.
Leon, are you still there? We're leaving.
Are you crazy? The streets are still crawling with zombies.
It'll be
Whitaker,
all right,
no doubt.
trust me. We found a way to the sewer. Follow us later.
Claire! Claire! Wait!
You know, I feel bad for Whitaker. He's been in some wars, man. Dude is a nightmare. Definitely. But shoot, just like those 2 fights he had with Romero, that probably took like 15 years off his life, man. Like, those were ugly fights. Who do you think's next from? Probably Jacare. Because Jacare, that fucking finish he had against Weidman was impressive as hell, man. Spooky rooms. Hey, yo, what up, Joel? Yeah, man, I don't know if you've seen it, Joel, but this game is getting remade with, like, you know, modern graphics and modern playthrough. It's gonna be a good-ass game. I'm excited to play it. So there you see William. If this was Claire B, you would actually see Mr. X. That division is interesting at the moment. It really is. It's just like... who's at the top keeps changing. Like, yeah, Jacare is probably the clear #1 contender right now, but it's like, you know, like, people at the top keep winning, and they lose, and it's crazy, you know? And, like, who used to be at the top is already, like, they're getting old now. like Weidman and Rockhold, they used to be at the top at like what, like 2 years ago, and now they're just kind of like there. Shit, I hate this. You can actually get stonewalked to death in that little area. Those bugs really suck, and I've actually died there before just being stonewalked to death. Jacare should be next, but Costa or Style will be picked. Has Paul Costa, has he actually won or beat any real like legit top contenders? Like he fought Johnny Hendricks not too long ago, right? Nah, yeah, I didn't think so. He's just really big and impressive looking. So there, you know, Burr can actually infect Sherry with the G embryo, which only happens in Claire's A scenario, which makes, for now, you know, next month what will be canon is going to change completely, or at the end of the month, really, 2 weeks when the remake comes out. But for now, that's why Claire A and Leon B is canon, because that infection doesn't happen. I'm gonna pick up some ammo. What do you think of Colby Covington getting snubbed for the title shot, Pez? Bullshit. Yeah, I think so too, man. I don't know why they gave it to Usman. Like, it's not even like a more exciting fight or anything, you know? No, I can put the handgun away. He wasn't winning, but shit for sure. Like, I don't like Colby Covington, but he did do what he needed to do to get that title shot. You know, he talked his way up there. He had a pretty impressive performance against RDA. So him getting snubbed was just... He's an interim champion for no reason. They gave him a belt just because.
Who are you? Oh, I see. Another spy sent by Umbrella, right? Let me guess. You're here to steal my husband's G-virus, aren't you? You are tenacious, I'll give you that.
Husband? Then you must be Annette. Sherry's mother?
What?
Sherry's wandering around alone in the sewers. You have to help me find her.
That's impossible. I told her to go to the police station. What's she doing here? William will be after her.
William?
That's right. The creature that's been causing all this destruction is none other than my own husband.
This is another reason why Claire A makes more sense to me. Because in Leon A, it's Ada doing the talking to Annette. And after Annette explains all this shit to Ada, she tries to murder her. Which doesn't make sense to me. It's like, why are you going to give like super villain talk, you know? Explain to her your evil plan and then try killing her.
There he is.
So you finally come.
Doctor, we're here to collect the G-virus sample.
Sorry, but I won't just hand over my life's work.
Hey, yo, Brett the Ninja. What up, man? How you doing?
That's it, all right.
It's good to see you, dude.
Okay, let's move out.
Hope everything's well.
William. Oh my. Hold on, darling. I'm taking care of that bullet wound first. Stay here.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm excited to see this in 4K.
Alpha team, have you retrieved the sample yet?
Affirmative. We'll be at the rendezvous
Roger.
So there you got Hunk and his team. Retrieving the G-Virus sample.
Are you telling me that he injected the G-Virus into his own body?
The G-Virus has the ability to revitalize cellular functions.
Like, the top two guys, like, for Umbrella were Nikolai and Hunk. Nikolai from RE3, and they were actually in competition with each other. Like, they were rivals, in a sense, even though they worked for the same company.
Hurry!
In terms of, like, skill and things like that. I'm doing good too, man. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate it.
Fire!
Just, you know, getting some more RE2 in.
Son of a...
So those rats were the carriers of the virus?
As a result of his virus-induced transmutation, William should have lost any prior memories he had as a human by now. I tried to save him, but I'm afraid it's already too late.
But...
And that's not even...
Yeah, Brett, I'm trying to learn the Final Fantasy VII speedrun. The any percent, no slots, no UV warp. You tried anything like that out before?
Other life forms. That's why he's after Sherry.
what are you trying to say?
The bodies of individuals with non-related genetic coding are likely to reject the embryo. But since Sherry is his daughter, that possibility is non-existent. It's an inherent survival instinct.
It's Sherry! You go that way.
Like I was saying before, that's why William, the virus, is actually causing him to seek out Sherry to implant the embryo in him, or into her. As his daughter, she's a suitable host for the virus. One really annoying thing about playing RE2 is that valve handle. A lot of times in your first playthrough, you forget that in the item box because you only use it at the very beginning of the game when you put out the fire and here. Glad to hear it, man. And no, I haven't watched a few people try it. As much as I love that game, I'm sure I wouldn't be able to do it. That'd be good to try out, you know. And a lot of people do love watching that speedrun as well. You should download League and play it with you. Do you have Left 4 Dead? I've been playing, or I played a lot of that online one time. I don't even know, I haven't even watched League before. I don't even know what it's like. I mean, I know it's a multiplayer game. So a lot of people here, they try wasting their ammo on the alligator fighting it. You can actually just one-shot him like that, the explosive canister. If you decide not to use the explosive canister, you have to fight him in scenario B a second time. But if you kill him right there with the explosive canister, he's gone. He disappears. You don't have to fight him again in scenario B. And with Remake, it was actually, from what I heard, very complicated to get the alligator involved. Like, they wanted to exclude him from the game, but the director of the game wanted him to be in it, so they made him work.
Come on, wake up, Sherry.
League is free. I know a lot of people play League. It's really popular.
It hurts.
Don't worry. You'll be fine. Come on. Let's go.
Alright, Pez. Take care, man. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate it, dude. Hope you rest well and stay safe out there, man. It's an old game that's been getting updated over the years. Yeah, I remember I had one friend, like, hell long ago, he was always playing the LOL. I would watch him LOL, you know, playing LOL. But, I never tried it out or even really, like, watched it before. But I do know, like, even now, it's still one of the most popular games on Twitch. Fun. It's like chess. Is it a strategy game? Like, StarCraft? You fucking bitch, Sherry. Come on. So that's one problem, like, if you get too far away from Sherry, she'll run away from you. And also here, if she gets right up next to you, she holds your hand. It's a little bit interesting that they're able to program that into the game. But yeah, when you're speedrunning this game, Sherry's a nightmare. Because you're trying to be as quick as possible, but she'll just run away from you. Or if you run too far from her, she just sits down, making it impossible to advance in the game. So here are a couple of the mercenaries who went out to retrieve the G virus, and there they are after being murdered by Sherry's dad. You can see Sherry's AI right there, just struggling to get down the steps. And killing a lot easier. So is it one of those real-time strategy games? I used to watch LOL, Tyler One play League. I think he plays League. I couldn't get in, or at least watching wise. I'm sure playing the game's a lot different than just watching someone stream it. See, like, running a straight line, Sherry sits down. So if you're speedrunning, you have to progressively just stop in your tracks so Sherry can catch up. Squash my toes. Here, if you have the lighter, you can actually fire this little, like, flare, and what it does is it illuminates the area, so you can see a key in this dark spot right here. And the key is to a weapons crate. If you're playing as Leon, inside the weapons crate you get the custom Magnum parts, but for Claire you only get a couple grenade rounds. You can play Bruce Lee in League? Really? What's Bruce Lee doing in the game? Whoops. Oh shit, now that mofo's gonna chase me, huh? Oh no, he's dead. That's a skin. So here you get this, I forgot what it's called, but it's basically an anti-bow gun, specifically designed to take down, you know, the bioorganic weapons in the game. It's a Claire exclusive gun. It's pretty terrible, to be honest. I only picked it up to kind of show it off a little bit. See, it didn't even really hurt the zombie. It's mostly designed to fight William. Spark shot, there you go. I don't know why I forgot the name of it. The acid and flame, yeah, the explosive rounds are pretty terrible. Why'd I put this away? I wanted to show it off a little bit. Explosive rounds are really only good to use against like zombies and other things like that. And even then, it's like you're not even really. It's not even for certain if it'll kill the zombies. Please don't sit down. So in the Japanese version, the flame rounds for the grenade launcher are, you know, conveniently placed right there for you to see. But in the US version, you actually have to go and explore the toilet and find the flame rounds in there. I'm not sure why it's that way, but... And rapid fire. I've never tried it with rapid fire, but I can see how that'd be kind of fun, just like pulsate it out, you know, like a stream. I'm not sure if you can quick shot this weapon. Yeah, acid rounds are good against the G embryo monster and also lickers. They're the strongest against those type of enemies, and the flame rounds are really good against Birkin.
Claire, my stomach. My
Boss?
stomach
Yep,
hurts.
boss fight.
Hang in there, Sherry. Her forehead's burning up. I've got to hurry before the embryos pupate.
She has worms. Yeah, her dad infected her with the virus. So this is Birkin's second mutation, called G2. Hey, yo, what up, Sean? How you doing, man? Haven't seen you here before. What's going on, dude? Oh shit, Sean with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you, dude. Appreciate the sub, man. How you doing, bro? And Joel tells me you got married. So you see there that part of the G-virus infection is to mutate when injured to keep the host alive. So as you injure William, he actually sprouts new arms as a way to defend himself. Living the sugar mama dream. Yeah. Find a nice rich woman, be a stay-at-home dad. So the spark shot there, you know, it killed William, but it's still a pretty terrible weapon. Like when you're fighting William, you want to use grenade flame rounds.
Sherry.
The only reason I use a spark gun is to kind of show it off. I love this game. Yeah, me too. This is basically what my Twitch channel is founded on. So spark shot is effective against the G virus. It was like the story is that it was designed in order to fight, you know, the bioorganic weapons. It's really not that great against anything. It's like okay against G virus, you know, against Birkin. But in reality, if you had a choice of weapons, the flame rounds would be the best.
You're finally awake.
Isn't this...
That's okay. You keep it. I'm sure it'll keep you safe.
Thank you, Claire. Even though I'm an only child, neither of my parents ever spent much time with me because of their work. I grew up alone. But now that you're with me, I finally have someone to rely upon.
Sherry.
So you get that, like...
here for a bit. I'll be right back, as soon as I found the antidote for you.
Really sob story from Sherry about how she doesn't have anyone, and she's happy that Claire's in her life. But what happens after this game is Claire abandons her, leaves her with Leon, so it's pretty fucked up. Any new fighting games? The last fighting game I bought was Dragon Ball Fighter Z. That one was really badass, but I stopped playing it a while back. I wasn't really a fan of the DLC. Like, you had to pay in order to download like base Goku and base Vegeta skins. That seemed kind of stupid to me. And the character selection, it's, you know, good characters, but it's still pretty small. Like, I would have liked more people from Super. Like, they put in, you know, base Goku and base Vegeta instead of like putting in like Jiren or like Kefla. Where do I get that? Get what? This game or Dragon Ball Fighter Z? So this is the underground basement, or the underground laboratory. This area you can actually access in RE0 and Outbreak as well. And over here is an area that, if you're speedrunning, you don't have to go into. But playing the game casually, if you go in here, you can either use the lighter to destroy these things, or use flame rounds. If you're playing as Leon, you can use a flamethrower to destroy it as well. But if you have the lighter with you, you can just light the oil on the ground on the fire, and it will destroy those plants. And then here are 2 super liquors, which will use the acid rounds, because that's what they're weakest against. Whoops. So the acid rounds basically one-shot those guys. But any other weapon will take multiple rounds. These guys are the Ivy monsters. They're only found in the laboratory. And they can actually poison you, which is pretty terrible in this game, being poisoned, because there's very few blue herbs around. And that key we got earlier for the weapons locker, this is where we actually use it. And in here we find grenade rounds that really aren't that useful. One interesting thing about RE2 Remake is the gore factor. Like, zombies actually fall apart and explode again. That's something that got removed from like later games. Like, if you play like Remake, zombies don't really blow apart. You could decapitate them with like the shotgun, but it's something that they removed for some reason.
Annette! You killed William. I'll never forgive you for that.
Wait!
I've just prepared a sample of the G-Virus. And this time, no one will take it from me. This is the most significant piece of research my husband has ever left in my hands.
Stop it! Sherry's in serious trouble. William implanted her with his embryos. There's no telling when they'll pupate. And if that happens, then Sherry won't...
What? William.
So one interesting thing about Annette is that she's actually based off of Jodie Foster, her character model.
William is still alive. He's getting stronger with each skin he casts off. Sherry!
Tell me what I need to know. How can I save Sherry?
I have detailed information. Everything you need to know to prepare the antidote is right here. Save my daughter.
So it's under the impression, people are mostly under the impression that the G in G virus stands for God, which is somewhat true. It actually stands for like Gojira, which I believe is Japanese for God. Kind of like Godzilla, Gojira. That's why the vaccine for it is called the devil vaccine. You know, you have the God and you have the devil.
Repeat, the self-destruct sequence has been activated. This sequence may not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
Through this door right here is actually an optional boss. And the password for this is guest, which is like the equivalent of having your password. The username, I mean. And what this does is it unlocks an area for scenario B. That moth boss is completely optional. Like, you can go through the game never seeing it. Another thing that's optional in the laboratory is anti-bow gas, and it actually makes the plant monsters a lot weaker.
Leon, you made it.
At least for scenario A. If you activate it in scenario A, the monsters become stronger in scenario B.
Where are you?
I can see you on the monitor. But never mind that right now. Leon, you have to go back and get Sherry for me. I left her in the security office. Please, you must save her.
Wait a second. What are you gonna do? Where are you going?
I still have a few loose ends to take care of. I'm counting on you.
So because we killed that moth monster boss, if we go over here and input Claire's fingerprint into the door, when we come back here in scenario B, we'll be able to access this hidden room. And this little machine's what makes the first half of the devil vaccine, the cure for the G virus. Wow, cool outfit on Claire. Yo, what up, killing her? Oh, son of... I got distracted. What's going on? I haven't seen you in a while. How you been doing, pork chop? Well, I guess I can take it. Or wait. Yeah, this is her, her out costume that you get from, killing Zombie Brad. You just made a whole grenade round, didn't you? Doing good? Motherfucker. Are you super excited for the RE2 release? Yeah, like, unbelievably. Like, I can't wait for it to come out. I downloaded the demo on my Xbox and my computer so I can be playing it multiple times. Like, have you played the demo? The demo's like amazing. So good, I can't wait for it. Like, I already took time off work so I can play it. Yo, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it, Killing Her. Thank you, pork chop. Yeah, I played the demo like a scared little bitch. The demo was like so good. It like seriously set up the atmosphere. Like it did a great job of making this game feel modern. I'm gonna get one heal just in case William F's me. Like a couple of the jump scares got me too. Like when you're in the room where the very first liquor is, that shit got me. Like when the body fell, like it twitched. I jumped a little bit. And then you open one of the lockers, so there's like a dead body inside, and that body falls on top of Leon. That shit scared me too. So here we actually created the devil vaccine from G virus for Sherry. This only happens in Leon A. It doesn't happen in Claire B. And that's like the significant reason why Claire A and Leon B is considered canon. What's interesting to note though, in Remake it looks like even though there aren't any scenarios, like in here you have, you know, Claire A, Leon B, Leon A, Claire B. In Remake there's only, you know, a Leon playthrough and a Claire playthrough. They don't have their own separate scenarios. But, you know, Leon's campaign takes elements from, you know, the A scenario as well. Claire's campaign, at least from what the demos are showing, are taking elements from the B scenario. Yeah, how you been otherwise, Goner? What have you been up to?
5 minutes until detonation.
That's true. I'm glad that they have the clock later. I saw Hunk and Tofu make an appearance. What the fuck? Yeah, like from what I heard, it's like it was a struggle to keep the Croc in the game, so they're trying to figure out how to include him in that like first person or over the shoulder type of game. Like for a while, like they actually wanted to get rid of the Croc, like not include him in the game at all. But like the director of the game actually said like we need to have the Croc in the game, which I'm happy that they did because the Croc is like a really important part of RE2. Damn it. Got a new job. Sorry to hear about that. Hopefully everything's good now, you know? It's good to see you back. You know, I'm hoping your new job's good. I remember you didn't like your gym job too much. You didn't like your boss. And that's awesome. The focus on the house for less. Is the house, is it done? Or are you just like, are you living in it yet or no? Yeah, the zombies are a lot more difficult. Like, they're bullet sponges. You can just, like, keep headshotting them and it doesn't do a thing to them, you know? They'll get right back up. And that's one thing that makes the game really scary, is that there's a lot of, like, dead bodies laying everywhere. And you don't know what's going to be animated. Like, I ran by one zombie thinking it wasn't going to come up and it fucking grabbed you. You love your new job? What are you doing? What are you doing for work?
Sherry's unconscious.
We have all the walls, roof, windows, only missing 2 doors on the outside. It says it's not done. It's only electricity and plumbing. Oh, okay. At least you got the exterior done for the most part.
Claire, what's happened?
Not now. Come on, Sherry.
I wanted the option to step on the zombie's head when they were down.
Please wake up.
Yeah, I had to do the old school like RE4, like running up and knifing them and shit while they're down.
Oh, Sherry, you're gonna be okay.
I'm excited to see how knife runs are gonna go, because Capcom basically said that you could do knife only in the game.
No, I have to find my brother.
You're right. This is just the beginning.
My God has protected you. It will always be with you.
Claire.
Sherry.
Let's go ahead and watch the credits. So I could save this, because I'm not sure if the B scenario for Leon I have has all the unlockable stuff in it. Sorry, my typos, I can't see the keyboard or my keys anymore. Nah, it's all good, don't worry. All good, homie. I can't judge, I can barely get my... Have I completely moved to Twitch? Yeah, like I figure that I'll keep my YouTube just kind of like to upload shit to, you know? Like I'm thinking about uploading this, like, you know, this in-depth playthrough where I kind of explain the story and like weapons a little bit to YouTube. Just kind of keep like that active a little bit, but for the most part all my streaming is here on Twitch. I think Twitch is a little bit more fun, you know, the emotes, unlocking affiliate pretty quickly, and then just like global emotes that if someone subscribes to your channel they can use anywhere is really cool too, and like the Discord integration as well. Like Twitch has a lot of things going that YouTube doesn't, and YouTube really doesn't care about like the gaming anymore. Like I think they're shutting down YouTube gaming altogether and just making it YouTube. Like if you want to stream, you just stream to YouTube. You don't have YouTube gaming anymore. I know they're deleting the app for sure. They keep telling me that they're getting rid of it every time I log in. I love that you're still a kid, Dynamite. Thank you. That's kind of gotta keep that little Mike Tyson theme I have going. I don't know what else I would use. I love that you're no longer killing her, it's killing her. Theme is great, dude. Yeah, thanks. I like how like I was able to kind of put in like the punch out theme to add to it. So, you know, if you beat the game in under 3 hours, you unlock the rocket launcher and the Gatling gun. You know, in the Japanese exclusive, like I could have unlocked S rank had I not used any first aid sprays, and that's exclusive to the Japanese version, S rank. Yeah, I changed my name. I want to change it back. Someone stole it. There's another killing her out there.
Succeeded in escaping from the city, along with one of the only other survivors.
Beat RE2 like 3 times only, maybe or less. What version do you have? Do you have the PC version?
However, behind their escape was
you
the
nerd
survivor of the Raccoon City Police Department, Leon S. Kennedy.
I can't count how many times I've beaten RE2. So having like a B scenario was really cool. Like when I first played this game, I had no idea about the B scenario. I thought I unlocked something crazy cool and secret.
What have we got here?
So, you know, obviously this is Leon's first day on the job. When the outbreak first happened, they actually recommended that Leon, you know, delay his first day by a week or so. And then once communication stopped, Leon decided to come in.
Guy's a maniac.
And like I said earlier, that guy is originally supposed to be Kendo. Like they computer generated him, they got the model all ready for Kendo and everything, but they scrapped, you know, what they were going to use Kendo for. So they decided to use it for that unnamed unidentifiable driver instead. He might have a name, I'm not sure what it is though.
What was that? What are these things? All right, that's far enough. Don't move. Don't move. No! What's up with that guy? That was a clean hit.
Wait, so Kendo was a truck driver? Like the truck driver isn't Kendo, but like it was like Capcom created a CGI Kendo because Kendo was originally supposed to have a bigger role in the game, but instead of including Kendo in like a CGI part of the game, they just used the character that they made for Kendo as a different character, the truck driver. So it is Kendo, but it's not. You know what I mean?
Okay. What's going on? I arrived in town, and the whole place went insane.
The radio's out.
You're a cop, right?
Oh, I understand. Yeah, I'm explaining it kind of stupid, but
Name's Leon Kennedy.
at least you got what I meant.
Mine's Claire. Claire Redfield. I came to find my brother, Chris.
Hey, could you open the glove box?
Sure. There's a gun inside.
Better take it with you.
And that zombie right there is actually Leon, but they kind of palette swapped it to for a zombie. And like I was saying earlier, what's interesting is when you're playing as Leon A and Claire B, the car is actually flipped, so that way Leon's on the left side and Claire's on the right. I made a video a long time ago with the Tokyo drifting. Tokyo drift.
Claire! Leon! I'm okay. Head to the station. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
It was Wesker's best moment with the new randomizers for RE1, but no one watched it. Aw. Should put it back on. So as I was saying earlier, that cop is actually in the RE2 demo. This one right here. But he meets a different fate. You know, he's the one who gets ripped in half. He liked it, but he didn't know the game. He's like, yeah, that's cool. Are you gonna make him play a remake? You gotta make him play a remake so he understands. That cop? Yep, that cop who's getting eaten right now and shot the helicopter down. He's a cop who's underneath the shutter and gets ripped in half in the demo. That's fucking cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool how they included him in it too. I think his name's Edwin. I forgot exactly what his name is. If you actually, when you play the demo and you see him on the security camera, it says his name. Cannot wait for Code Veronica remake. You think they're gonna redo Code Veronica? I know for a fact that they're gonna remake 3. Like that's guaranteed. I'm not sure about Code Veronica. They fucking better. Like Code Veronica definitely could use a remake, you know, and it would be great. But there's even rumors that they're going to remake Outbreak or put Outbreak on Steam, which would be awesome. So here we got Mr. X, a character who's exclusive to the B scenarios, and he's a mass-produced tyrant. So Umbrella mass-produced these tyrants so that way they can release them in areas like that. In RE3, you actually see many of them at the end of the game just lying around dead. what not a lot of people know is that Nemesis is actually a Mr. X. You know, T003 type Tyrant, I think they are. Infected, but he's infected with the Nemesis virus. Or the Nemesis type T virus. These Tyrants are only infected by the T virus. Ow. Nemesis is the same exact thing as him, but he's just been infected with the Nemesis type T virus. Isn't he the one that Nemesis eats at the end of 3 in Mortal Order? Yep. So Nemesis eats, yeah, a dead Mr. X to further his mutation to survive. Or actually, I should. Nah, I can get the shotgun. That's cool. Right on, I know something. Hey. See, if I was playing Claire, I would have to get the unicorn emblem at the end of this hallway, which involves either killing or dodging those 3 zombies. All the unicorn medal gets you in the B scenario is a key to unlock a room that you went into in the A scenario that has a lighter in it. But because, since Leon starts off with the lighter, he doesn't have that or need that. So that room, I think, only has like handgun ammo or something. Like, it's completely inadmissible. And because I actually, if you, I believe it works this way, that he won't appear here unless you unlock him in the A scenario. But because I got Brad in the A scenario, he'll appear here in the B scenario as well. And I can get the key from him and unlock out costumes for Leon as well. And of course, Brad gets killed there in RE3 by Nemesis. See, that was the door where if I got the unicorn medal, it would give me a key for there. In Claire's scenario, the lighter's in there. In Claire's B scenario, that is. This is one of Leon's out costumes. He also has another one. And this one right here. And usually if I have the handgun, he'll actually hold the handgun sideways for some reason. And then it's only out costume, it's out costume exclusive. Screwed up there. Oh, jeez. I got wrecked there.
Hey, wait!
Leon!
Claire, you made it.
It's pretty cool if you put the owl costume on in the previous scenario, the game remembers.
Around here?
Yeah, you just missed her. Who is she?
I don't know. But it's too dangerous for her to stay here alone. Leon, I'll go look for her. You go and find us a way out of here.
Of course. But before I forget, here's a radio. That way we can keep in touch if something comes up.
Stupid Twitch. What's up? Is it messing up? So I was always saying before, the reason why, you know, the RPG station has so many random puzzles and things like that is for a few different reasons. So one of the reasons is because it was an old art museum that got converted into a police station. The second reason is Chief Irons purposely sabotaged the police department to hide his tracks of his involvement with Umbrella. So the reason why there's like weapons in random areas, ammo misplaced, you know, doors locked, things like that, a lot of it is because of Chief Irons, him wanting to hide his involvement with Umbrella. So he figured if he sabotaged the police station, you know, a lot of the incriminating evidence against him wouldn't be found. I mean, this was supposed to be Leon's desk right here, commemorating his first day. You know, little party hats and cups and soda, things like that. You know, it didn't go that good. Hey, what up? Your Twitch messing up or what? Anything isn't working? What's not working? It won't let you type? That's weird. I don't know. It's working now. So you open the browser. What was it? Your app that was fucking up? Okay, what was it with this outfit? This outfit? So it's just one of the outfits that Leon gets if you get the key from Brad. Yes, so in Claire's scenario, you either get you can get that outfit that you saw her wearing, along with a unique handgun that you can only get from that locker. The handgun's basically crap. Like it's just a handgun from the Old West, a revolver that just quick shoots. But with Leon, you're actually able to get two different costumes. You can get this one, or you get a leather jacket one. I just picked this one because it was the second one that I put on the jacket one, and I put on this one to kind of show them off a little bit. Why did this game become my favorite? You know, growing up, I was 5 years old when the first Resident Evil came out, RE1, and I just remember like my cousins, my brother, and my uncle always playing it, you know, and I was always intrigued by it, you know. It's just like a scary game. Ooh, this one's creepy. Like it had a lasting impression on me. And the second one, it felt more fun to me. I was 8 years old when that one came out.
Right?
And I started playing it when I was 10. How old am I? I'm 27.
What do you want? I'm trying to sleep here.
Aren't you the same age as me?
Is this the guy?
Ben, you told the city officials that you knew something.
So,
about
yeah, it's just the second one was just the one
What did you tell them?
That,
and who
you know,
the heck are you?
I had the most fun with when I started playing these horror games, and like I got addicted to it.
He was working for a branch office of Umbrella based in Chicago, but he suddenly disappeared 6 months ago.
You're 25, close enough.
I heard a rumor that he's here in the city.
Yeah, like, you know, it's just,
I don't know anything, and even if I did,
like, you know, you had like the games like Tomb Raider and other games, but when you put in Resident Evil, it just had that feeling like, oh shit,
Does
you know,
anyone know where they put the key to
this is a
cell?
scary game.
I have it right here, officer. But I'm not about to leave this cell. Those zombies aren't the only things crawling around out there.
You know, I just got obsessed with it.
What was that?
It became my favorite. I just
Like
kept playing it, and then I started as a kid like speedrunning it. Like, how fast can I beat this
Get out
game?
of here before you lead it right to me.
Hey, I'm not going anywhere.
My time as a kid was always shit. I would always get like little over 3 hours, never under.
Live, then you're gonna have to leave with me.
But do you even know how to get out of the city? There's a kennel in the back of the building. Inside the kennel is a manhole. Go through and it'll lead you to the sewer entrance, but it won't be easy.
All right, I'm going.
So Ben was a reporter that actually infiltrated like Umbrella and the secret dealings with them and Police Chief Irons. Oops, forgot to pick that up. Code Veronica is what got you into the series? Yeah, Code Veronica was one that I remember my cousins playing on Dreamcast, and that one scared the shit out of me, especially like when the zombies like come up from the ground at the very beginning. Manhole. She tried to do a Marilyn Monroe stunt. I haven't seen House Bunny, but is it that Marilyn Monroe stunt where the sewer gate or whatever you want to call it blows her skirt up? Do I have any keys yet? No. Yes.
Ada? I don't think I've introduced myself yet. My name's Leon. I'm with the RPD.
You should watch that movie. It's so damn funny.
It's a dead end.
Maybe I'll check it out. If I could find it on a streaming site or something.
You think we can get upstairs through this shaft? Give me a boost. I'll go and check.
I was hoping like Holmes and Watson would be good, but I heard, because I want to watch like an actual funny movie, something new. But I heard it's like garbage, like one of the worst movies ever made. So this is another cutscene that's exclusive to the B scenario. Ada running into Sherry.
How cute. That little girl must have dropped
What
this.
movie?
I think
Holmes
I'll
and
hold on to
Watson.
it for her.
It's a new Will Ferrell movie. Him and John C. Reilly. Also, zombies are Beastnar exclusive in this area. Usually it's dogs. Yeah, Ada's here looking for her boyfriend John, who, if you remember from the OG Resident Evil, was the username that you used in the laboratory, and Ada was his password. So you might like that one? Maybe. That's what I was thinking too. But like, a lot of people who said they liked Step Brothers hated that movie. I don't know. This is the area with Rebecca and Billy. Yeah, very similar. Oh shit, I wasn't paying attention. Very similar. That puzzle fucked me up. That puzzle is really difficult, and that's why, like, a lot of people consider like RE0 like one of the hardest ones to beat.
Can you hear me? Ada, did you find
Generally
anything?
speaking, from what I've seen from a lot of like
Right
fans
here.
of the series, I consider Code Veronica and Resident Evil 0 to be the two hardest ones. In my opinion, it's 0.
I can't reach the ventilation hole. I'm going to have to find another way
But I've
around.
actually
I'll
beaten
catch up
0,
with
and I
you
never
later.
actually finished Code Veronica.
What?
Hey, no.
Ada, wait!
Wait. It's just because of the backtracking I can play the fuck out of that game. The backtracking is like really brutal, especially since like
Got it.
the system, like when you drop items on the ground, there's no item box, so you could leave like an item way in the fuck behind your back and have to backtrack all the way to it, like that grappling hook. You never played RE3, you own it, but it's so hard and confusing? You gotta try RE3 out. RE3 is one of the best in the series. But just watch like a speed run of it, get an idea of how it's like how you can play it like really quickly and well, and you'll enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. But the speed run of RE3 it's brutal just because of the RNG. Like that's one of the reasons why I haven't learned it yet. When the spiders run across that on the screen. I'm excited to see spiders in Remake. Like, how are they going to look? How are they going to play into the game? So this was Asenar. This is where you would find Leon's Magnum. But here you just get a Magnum clip. Shotgun ammo. Oh shit, I don't even have bullets for this thing. Do I even have room? Probably not, because I unlocked one. I need to make some space. Yeah, I'll put this away. Oh man. Alright, let's reset the room. this up, just use it real quick. A lot of people don't realize is being in fine is when you can move the fastest. Being in caution slows you down pretty considerably. It slows you down by at least 33%, like turning speed, and I'm not sure by how much running speed. And of course, being in danger is like awful. You're limping everywhere. Here in scenario A, for both Leon and Claire, once you pick up the item on the shelf right here, the liquid will jump through. But just to fuck with you a little bit, what the developers did was they changed it. So in scenario B, when you pick up the first aid spray, it jumps through. And so you got the liquors in here now too as well. That's the room on the other side of that two-way mirror. And the puzzle right here never changes. That's what kind of separates RE3 from RE2, the RNG. Like, a lot of the puzzles in RE3 are very different. They're your favorite enemies for so long? The spiders? They're hella creepy, and I can't wait to see how they play into the remake. Mr. X also being B scenario exclusive, just stock. Oh, the liquors, yeah. The liquors were my favorite too. Even though they're not as threatening as a hunter, they're still really creepy. Like, hunters, like, even though they can one-shot kill you, you know? They can decapitate you pretty easily. Liquors, they don't really have that ability. They can only really kill you with their leaping attack if you're in caution. But they just look so much more threatening than a hunter. That attack right there can decapitate you. Bandersnatch suck, but they're still mean. Crimson Heads, hunters are fucking dicks. They are. In RE3, they have poison hunters too. As if hunters weren't bad enough. Oh shit, I forgot to go get that. I need to do that. Oh, you dick. So yeah, if you're helpless in caution, that attack right there kills you. And in some versions, or I think in the US version, it actually decapitates you. Also, Leon actually being able to go into Chief Iron's office is a B scenario exclusive. So if you were playing A scenario, you wouldn't be able to go into this area at all. Mr. X is also full of goodies if you defeat him. Like here you can get more Magnum ammo. Why do you know all this? I love Code Veronica as much as you love RE2, but why you know so much? RE2 was just my favorite, and you know, like, I learned the lore of it, I learned the speed run, I learned how to do it knife only. Like, it's just one of my favorite games of all time. So I really like wanted to, you know, learn as much about it as I could, get really invested in it. Like, it's definitely by far one of my favorite video games, if not my favorite. Like, out of all the survival horrors out there, you know, survival horror games, especially the classic ones, like, this was the best, in my opinion. That really captured the essence of survival horror and, like, an atmosphere of a real, like, zombie outbreak and everything like that. Oops. Like, growing up, you know, like, I was a weird kid. Like, like, everyone else liked sports and things like that, and I like zombies.
No! Get away! No! Ben!
Man.
Can you still hear me? Come on, answer! Damn!
I love zombies. Oh my god, that's cool. I was a girl when you were obsessed with Green Day and Resident Evil. Green Day was one of my favorite bands too growing up. I always, my favorite album when I was a kid was Dookie. I knew every song on that, you know, every song by heart on that track. My favorite song was Basket Case.
Make him pay. Hang in there, Ben.
Yeah, that, and then one of my favorite movies was a remake of Dawn of the Dead. Got to the point that people didn't want to include me on zombie topics anymore. It was always about Resident Evil. Some good input.
Where are you going, Ada?
To the chemical plant. I have a feeling that's where I'll find John.
You're an expert in the field. Hey.
Hey!
Leon, are you still there? We're leaving.
Are you crazy? The streets are still crawling with zombies.
It'll be all right, trust me. We found a way to the sewer. Follow us later.
Claire! Claire! Wait, wait! Man, why doesn't anyone ever listen to me?
I still talk about zombies and shit today with people. Me too. Zombies, the sprinting infected, those were my favorite types. Well, these spiders can actually poison you here, which is really inconvenient, especially early on when blue herbs are scarce. Oh, that weak ass ankle Leon bitch. Oh, Tara. Tara. So this is G1 Birkin. This is the first time you actually encounter Birkin in his earliest form. So if this was a scenario, it would be fighting the G embryo monster here. But here you fight Birkin in the B scenarios. The Magnum makes really quick work of him. And he just goes and he falls off. That Birkin, if you don't know what you're doing, can be a pretty difficult fight. He actually has a one-hit kill move. So if you're even using a Game Shark with infinite health, he can end you. So if he knocks you down, he does this one move where he yells and he swings his pipe downwards. It's an instant kill, no matter what. And Ada, she just kind of like crawls on down. So obviously Ada's a spy, everyone knows this, but she was actually hired by Albert Wesker to retrieve the G-Virus sample for him.
Stupid. Those zombies are everywhere, not to mention that thing that got Ben.
I was there, Leon. I know.
Ooh.
Look, Ada. As an officer, it's my
I
job.
always thought it was funny how like Leon tells Claire, "Let's split up," like Fred and Scooby-Doo. But when it comes to Ada, he gives her this long spiel about how they need to stick together, how she shouldn't have ran off. Oh, that dog line. That's a good point. So down here is a secret cellar where you can actually get more magnum ammo and shotgun ammo. And what you need to do is you actually need to use your lighter to light up these lanterns in order to grab the ammo. Ada, for whatever reason, doesn't follow you down here. But over there would be shotgun ammo, but we're not going to pick it up, we don't need it. Another thing not too many people know about is a little hidden first aid spray in here. It's a lot of what like speedrunners, especially beginner speedrunners, grab, just because it's right on the route. Excuse me real quick, I'm gonna use the restroom.
Leon, that woman was... I have to talk to her.
Alright, sorry about that. I'm back. Hey, what's going on, Croc? How you doing? Sorry about that, I was in the restroom real quick. Thank you, Tara, for letting her know. Oh shit, I went the wrong way. So just like with Sherry, those bugs can stun lock you to death. They're really terrible and they only appear in that area. Oh, it's back. Finally. Waited so long.
Don't move. You're the one who was with that cop, if I'm not mistaken. Identify yourself.
My seat looks very uncomfortable to be gaming in.
Ada Wong. I've heard that name before.
It's one of these, like, see, it's just a fold-up chair that happens to have like a thin cushion. I ordered an actual gaming chair, and I think it's coming today.
How did you know? Who are you? Annette Birkin.
Hey, what up? It worked.
Responsible for the creation of the T-virus. William
Let me see.
Birkin. What?
Yeah, I ordered one of the gaming chairs that you can lean back in. And it has one of the neck cushions and everything.
And although I regret
But
you will be joining him shortly. I won't let anyone take.
I'm hoping it comes today because yeah, I definitely need a chair.
It's capable of creating the
I can't see anyone's chat.
Its potential is
Are you on the app? Because killing her had that same problem.
Then that must mean the creature in the police
Oh shit!
department
So
is precisely
my chair is coming Wednesday.
And it's all Umbrella's fault. None of this would have happened if they hadn't tried to steal his research away from him.
This is what it looks like. One of these.
Where did you get that pendant? It looks exactly like the one I gave Sherry. She dropped it. I've been holding on to it for her. Liar! Give it back
I am on the web. The app just keeps saying reconnecting the chat. I'm guessing the app must be having a problem. Too bad.
Too bad.
So Ada getting the pendant from Sherry only happens in the B scenario, which is pretty interesting. I like how like Annette knew John, Ada's boyfriend's password as if she's IT or something. That never made sense to me. Now if we didn't kill the Croc in scenario A, the Croc would be here in scenario B to attack Leon. I mean to attack Ada.
Ada?
I'm on the app, I can see chat. I don't know, the app's having some issues for some people, I guess. I'm not sure what's up. You killed me? Yeah, I blew you up with the canister. Sorry, Croc. That's a cool little area I haven't seen before. F my life. Look how clean the sewer looks.
Leon.
This bullet wound isn't making things any easier.
So here, you know, if I was wearing Leon's original costume, the police outfit, he has a bullet wound right here that Ada patches up.
That's two I owe
with
you.
bandages that she pulled out of I don't know where. But one thing people don't know is no matter what your health is, after Ada bandages you up, you automatically go back up to 100% full health. So you could be at danger, and Ada will put you back into fine. Which is pretty cool because it's like the one free heal in the entire game. And restart your phone as well. Crocodile killer. I don't know if it's a croc or an alligator. I know the difference between a croc and an alligator, but I don't know which one is which. I know one's freshwater, one's saltwater, and one can get out of the water. Croc is saltwater, right? I think. I don't know. Something like that, I think. Was your uncle that you killed? Killed some family? I'm too lazy to open it. Yeah, we could check Google real quick, but eh. So Ada can be poisoned here as well, but like Ada being poisoned doesn't affect the game whatsoever. And also with menuing, a little tiny glitch in the game is called quick menuing. So instead of going like this, you can quick glitch, and it takes you there immediately. And then you can also do it for like other parts too. Like see, how it gets me to that instantly, or right there instantly. You just flick the analog, so down and left will take you to the third spot immediately, or down and right will take you there immediately. Just a little speedrun strat that someone found. There's actually a tutorial for it too on speedrun.com, which is pretty useful. Let's see, I'm on the app now. Hopefully it works. I can see your messages. Yeah. It's a good sign. So here is actually a Leon exclusive fight, the tram battle. You can actually hurt William's claw to speed up the fight. Ideally, you would want to use handgun ammo, because even one handgun bullet will make him retreat. Since we don't have the handgun, we'll just use the Magnum. And over here, we can actually use the lighter, just like we could in Claire's scenario, to illuminate the weapon locker key. But instead of just getting ammo, like we did in Claire's scenario, this time we'll actually get handgun ammo or magnum parts to upgrade our Magnum. And here we actually get shotgun ammo shotgun parts to make a custom shotgun. The custom shotgun is actually my favorite weapon in the entire game. It blows everything apart and it sounds awesome when you fire it. Hey yo, HE Scotsman. What up, Paul? How you doing, man? It's good to see you, bro. How's everything on your end? Ada with the quick shots. One reason I like running Leon over Claire, at least in speedruns, is that you can fully ditch Ada and she'll be fine. You don't have to wait for her to catch up or anything.
We finally arrived.
Yo, is that Silent
There must
Brit?
be
What's going on,
something
man? How you
hidden
doing?
here.
It's good to see you, dude. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. You got your first tattoo today? Nice, nice. What'd you get? Got your first tattoo and you got half a sleeve? Oh shit. That's awesome. Yo, Silent Brit, thank you for the host, man. Appreciate it. So here, this is what the shotgun looks like without the customization. With it, and it's so powerful, it actually pushes you backwards. Quiet Englishman. And then checking the camera, you can actually see Mr. X coming. Not checking the camera, he still comes. It's just really unexpected. If you haven't played the game, that is. Can't wait to get your next tattoo booked on the 25th. When RE2 Remake comes out, what are you gonna get for a tattoo? Ow. Some birds and roses. Oh, nice. You got half a sleeve of it done? That's pretty awesome. How long did it take to get half a sleeve done? Took 6 hours? Oh shit. Is it a tattoo of Leon being eaten by lickers? Hey, I know one person who'll love that, Tara. What was I going to come in here for? Nothing. What am I doing? Wrong one.
Come on, let's go.
Just lighting for now. Color comes later. See, I want to get some tattoos, but they're so expensive in the US. My next tattoo will be a spider hanging down from a web. Where are you gonna get that at? Yeah, I booked this months ago, so now I'm broke.
Ada!
Yeah, I know that
Ada,
feeling.
can you hear me? Come on, snap out of it.
Oh. So this boss fight is G3 Birkin. So the first time we saw Birkin in Scenario B, that was form G1. When you fight Birkin here in Scenario A, that's called G2. And after he mutates from G2, you fight him here as G3. It's actually my favorite fight to do knife only. let's show off the custom shotty too. This music is my favorite music in the entire game. One of my favorite video game songs. I took a gamble. I thought he would die. Oh shit, I fucked up. There we go. So, it's about 11 days now. Something like that, yeah. 25th when it comes out. Almost there. 10 days now. Oh shit. It's pretty surreal how quick, how soon it is now, you know? Like, before it felt, it doesn't seem that long ago. Before it was like unannounced, like it was in development hell, and then it became like, you know, 8 months away, 6 months away, 2 months away, 10 days.
We're inside Umbrella's secret lab. I'll go find something to treat that wound, so just rest here in the meantime.
Probably my leg or arm at the side where I want to talk doing a cover-up tattoo also. All right, on.
Is it just me, or
I'll be waiting for the 24th, the 24th at midnight. Me too, man.
It's my job to look.
I have to check and see if my GameStop is going to release it at midnight,
Danger if you stay with me.
or if I should just buy it for PC too, so I can like stream it right away. So I'm pretty sure that you can pre-download the game to play at midnight.
I know. I'm not capable of caring
Yeah.
about anyone.
Like, they said we do it, and they didn't say anything for like 5 years.
We're leaving this place.
Besides,
together.
we do it.
Wait here for me. I'll be right back.
Free ticket to the gun show. No, Leon's arms are like massive. His biceps like the size of his head with this outfit. So this area of the game is only accessible during the B scenarios, as well as that cutscene with the tram escaping. Ada spelled backwards is Ada. What's that called? An anagram? I know there's a specific vocabulary term for it. When a word spelled backwards is the same. Like radar spelled backwards is radar, and race car spelled backwards is race car. Not as big as Chris's forums, though. Chris is the only guy who can punch a boulder and be fine. It's pretty fun. You can actually shoot liquors out of midair. Fucking gun. Taco Cat is Taco Cat. What? Taco Cat is Taco Cat. Palindrome? Yeah, there you go. Palindrome. Off to shower and rest. See you soon. Alright, man. Take care. Thank you for stopping by, Paul. I appreciate it. Have a good night. A stick of papers and memory stick. Yeah, it was... they say that they redesigned the game, like, from the ground up a few times. Like, just to see what would work, what wouldn't work. There was even talks of it being in fixed camera for a long time before they decided that that wasn't the best route to go. You throw the knife away. I'm beyond happy that it's coming out soon and it looks great. Like they didn't ruin it, which was a big worry that I know I had and a lot of people had too, that Capcom was going to ruin it. But so far, like, the game looks great, looks perfect, you know. why I love the custom shotgun. It just blows zombies apart like nothing. And the sound it makes just sounds so awesome too. I was worried for sure because I'm not the biggest fan of RE7, and then they said it'd be made similarly. That was one worry I had too, that like it was going to be first person, which I didn't really want because I really do love like being able to see the characters, especially for RE2, because that's kind of how it was. Like I don't mind that it's not fixed camera. Like I understand that fixed camera is a little bit of a dated system. The main thing I'm happy with is that they kept the horror element of the game. I haven't even downloaded the demo. I'm staying strong till the 24th. I actually caved in and played the demo. I loved it though. It's great. Like the atmosphere, and it definitely matches what RE2 was, like a modern version of that. Did I complete the demo? Yeah, I completed the demo. I didn't do many of the puzzles because I didn't really see a point. So I heard that like even the solutions for the puzzle change, and they might not even be the same solutions in the game, so or in the full game. But I did explore every room. I killed every zombie, and like I got to the end where you see Claire. Oh, jeez. So this is the anti-bow gas. Anti-bow gas, bow. And then you can also pick up the flamethrower here. What the anti-bow gas does is it actually makes all the enemies in the laboratory weaker and easier to kill. So what happens is if you activate the anti-bow gas in scenario A, scenario B changes around and it makes the bow stronger. Oh my god, it was terrible. Yeah, I played through it. I beat it. It was great. I loved it. What was I gonna say? I got to the end. You know, I went through every room. I didn't beat the puzzles because I didn't really see the necessity in that. But I did, especially with a timer. Like I wasn't gonna sit there and try to figure out the puzzles. But aside from that, like I got to the end. I went through every room, killed every zombie, got the shotgun. It was a lot of fun. Like, I'm definitely excited for the game. Oh shit! Come on. Really? Do I have space? Yeah. Also, one thing I forgot to mention is like if you have zero ammo before you upgrade or customize your weapon, like the shotgun or the magnum, after you customize it, you'll have full ammo. So that's one thing to consider, like when you're trying to conserve ammo. Animal. I don't really need a shotgun anymore. I'll put it away. And it's also something to consider when you're playing through the game, because if you have 5 rounds, like I have 5 rounds in the Magnum right now, once I upgrade it, if I don't use those 5 rounds, it's technically wasting 5 bullets. Yo, Kazar, what up, moon? What's going on, dude? Thank you for coming by, dude. Who's this muscling man? Who's this handsome? Dang it. Just... Fuck it. Ah, come on. There's one fucking moth there. You won't let me access it? How you doing, Kazar? What's going on, dude? Don't say shit about handsome, though. I kind of threw that in there myself. Just kidding. So see, 0 ammo, but I upgrade it. 8 ammo. And this is a custom Magnum, the strongest weapon. One of the strongest weapons. I mean, it's not as strong as a rocket launcher, but it comes close. It's one of the strongest weapons in the game without like either getting a special weapon or cheating. Doing all right. How about you? Doing pretty good. Not too bad. Just doing a Canon playthrough of RE2. So I did Claire, Leon B. And I'll probably do some knife runs after this. Just get a good stream in. How about you, man? I saw you were playing some GTA. I'm gonna think of it. I'll probably need a shotgun, so I'm gonna take it. Whoosh. Bloodborne? Right on. I don't think I've ever played Bloodborne, but it's pretty good, right? It's like a, shit. Can I even kill this thing? There we go. Cool. Making some progress in Bloodborne, which I'm happy about. Also, that little mod. That whole area of the game is completely optional. It's pretty good, worth playing. It's like Dark Souls or a hack. It's a hack and slash, right? Not like Dark Souls kind of meets God of War or Dante's Inferno. Kind of hack and slash, but not as fast. All right, on. I should check it out. I like games like that. Like it's all offensive attacks, no defense, so you gotta think about shit like that. Or you're able to roll around, aren't you? Oh shit, I didn't know these guys were in here. Like that room, this room is completely optional in the B scenario for Leon. As well as this room. This room is a secret room that you could really only get into if you were to input your fingerprint in Claire or Leon A. Yeah, roll and run. Damn it. And this music is actually exclusive only to this room, so a lot of people haven't even heard this track before. You can get a submachine gun in here. In the N64 version of this game, there's actually a dead hunter in this room. And it's the only hunter in Resident Evil 2. But that only appears in the Nintendo 64 version of the game for some reason.
You murdered my husband. I know what you're looking for. You came for the G-Virus, didn't you? But you'll never take it from me. This is my husband's legacy. Now, where's that spy you were working with earlier? You know who I'm talking about.
What?
You really don't know anything, do you? You're so gullible. She's one of the operatives sent here by the agency. The only reason why she came here is to obtain the G-Virus.
That's a lie.
No, it's the truth. I discovered this when I did a background check on her. She specifically got close to John and became his girlfriend to get information about Umbrella.
That can't be. I know her. Ada wouldn't do something like that.
If you don't want to believe it, I don't.
It's like I've known her for an hour and a half.
To die anyway.
So Leon gets one more Mr. X encounter than Claire does, and it's right here in the laboratory. This encounter doesn't happen for Claire. Love that interpretation of Leon's hand gestures. That's one hella funny thing about RE2. It's just like the random weird hand gestures they do. Like their thinking hand gesture, or they're like questioning like what? Like they always go like this. They do like a weird like server's carrier tray type thing. They're always like that hour and a half was magical though. Fall for a girl in an hour and a half. God, you're so right. Server tray stamps, yeah. Like when like Sherry runs away from Leon, Leon's all like, what the fuck is that? There's a little glitch here you can do that would actually make you magically appear behind the box, even though it's right against the barricade right there. I didn't feel like attempting it right now, but it's a really good speedrun tactic. It looked like it moved like Barbie or some doll character. It's very mechanical. I know, right? I wonder why that is. If it was just like a limitation of like video games at the time, or what? Yeah, it's like their gestures are very inhuman-like.
Run!
So here Ada saves Leon by shooting Mr. X.
Ada!
And then Mr. X kind of just like fucking tosses her. But in the A scenario, like Ada's death is actually from falling down a chasm. And I kind of like this version more. It shows how Ada cared about Leon enough to like sacrifice herself in a way for him. Because in the A scenario, she threatens him with an empty gun for the G-Virus.
No. We're a team. I can't just leave you behind.
I'm just a woman who fell in love with you.
Leon looks like one of those parents who are like, no, don't do that. Looks like a character from The Sopranos. Oh! Hey! Oh.
Ada. No. Ada!
The self-destruct sequence has been activated. Repeat, the self-destruct sequence has been activated. This sequence may not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
I will always remember you. Goodbye, Ada.
Bye, Ada.
Claire, is that you? Where are you?
On the monitor. But never mind that right now. Leon, you have to go back and get Sherry for me. I left her in the security office. Please, you must save her.
Wait a second! What are you gonna do? Where are you going?
I still have a few loose ends to take care of. I'm counting on you.
Hello? Claire, are you there? Claire! The security office?
I feel bad for Leon in the B scenarios because all the women put him down. Like in this version, even though he gets put down a lot, he was actually able to get a kiss from Ada. And what do you, oh. If you leave at a certain point in the game, Ada's body will be gone. I forgot at what point though. It almost looks like Leon except for the beanie. I've been told I can pull off Carlos. Maybe if RE3 remake comes out, I'll cosplay as Carlos. Yeah, what up, Kino? How you doing, man? Not too bad, not too bad. How about yourself? I need to go here. Just getting a Canon playthrough in. Kind of in depth, going into like what I know about the game. Doing swell, still waking up, not right on. Yeah, just going in, you know, doing a little Canon playthrough, explaining, you know, little details about the game that I know and stuff like that.
Sherry?
And then probably going to do some runs after this.
Claire is waiting.
Getting some knife-only runs. I got a pretty good PB. I mean, not that great, but, you know, good for me the other day. So, still want to improve on my time. Ooh. Noise. Watched a video the other day explaining all the attempts Capcom already remade RE2 through other titles. There was Dark Side Chronicles,
Just rest here for now. Claire should
was
be
it
back
Umbrella
soon.
Corps? Or Operation Raccoon City? What else was there? Yeah, they did it a couple times. I just watched that video today, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, like they've redone it, but nothing like a full remake like they're doing. But yeah, I get what you're coming from. RE0 has parts of RE2? Yeah. It has mostly like the underground laboratory area, which I don't understand because like at the time the outbreak hadn't happened, especially in the laboratory, so why were there like tyrants and other shit just like chilling? RE0 Operation Raccoon City, Outbreak Files, oh yeah, the Outbreak Files, Dark Side Chronicles. The platform thing, yep.
5 minutes until detonation.
Especially in Outbreak. You go through the whole laboratory in there. There are plenty of weird, questionable things, right? Umbrella has violated a lot of old OSHA laws. Not a very safe work environment. So the reason why Mr. X transforms after he falls into the smelting chamber, I actually have a Austin Powers figure right here, the smelting chamber, is because the jacket that he wears is actually a power restraining suit, so it prevents the tyrants from evolving, from having further mutations because of the virus. That's why when he loses the jacket, he evolves into a greater tyrant, and the same reason why Nemesis does the same. Fair question is, which is canon, which is not? I know, right? I guess in just 10 days we'll find out what is the new canon. You know what I mean? Oh, you dick.
Here.
Use this!
Ada, is that you? Ada!
Oh, you dick. Bruh. Stop that. Dude. Wait for me. I would have to bait him over here. Oh wow, he's still getting me. Yep, Rocket went right through the motherfucker. That sucks.
Game over.
So, for whatever reason, rockets can go right through Mr. X. And I've actually lost runs entirely because both my rockets went right through him. And there is no way I could beat the game. So that sucks. I lost a rocket that I was going to use on the final boss. He wants a hug like usual. Give a star for dedication. Be right back. Right on, Kino. DGA, yo, what up, DJ Crazy? What up, man? How you doing, dude? Oh, shit. I'm probably in danger. No? Yep, so I figured. Red caution. Orange caution, I mean. Red caution is danger. One thing I didn't know until recently when I started playing the PC version was that the in-game timer that calculates your time at the end of the game actually stops during this particular cutscene, and only this one.
Sherry's unconscious.
I have the antidote. If I give it to her.
So Claire giving Sherry the antidote. Only Claire A, Leon B.
Claire, what's happened?
Not now. Come on.
Just waiting for the 24th to play RE2 remake.
Please wake up.
Me too, man. Me too.
Claire? Where am I?
It worked.
Oh, Sherry, you're gonna be okay.
Thanks, Claire.
It's over.
No. I have to find my brother.
You're right.
This
This is just the beginning. Can this week be over already? I know, right? The fucking demo just made it so much harder. That's why I love Claire. Man. Jill gets a lot of attention for being, you know, sexy in that tube top, but Claire was always my favorite.
What was that?
Warning. Biohazardous outbreak imminent. The emergency system has been activated. This train will detonate. Repeat, this train will detonate.
I went back to the States
What's
after
wrong?
10 years to meet my brother for the first time without any contact, so he can relate. Oh damn, really? I know the taste of the demo, now I want the whole thing, I know, right? The demo just blue-balled you, you know? It's like they they sucked on it for a little bit, got you all worked up, ready to come, and that was the end. So the reason why William looks like this amorphous blob here is because after the fight in scenario A, when Birkin turns into a dog and you kill him then, the G virus just mutates him uncontrollably to keep him alive. He's sustained so much damage that he just mutated uncontrollably, and that's why he looks the way he does now. And then clearly the train has like this countdown timer because they didn't want anything to escape. Umbrella had a lot of contingency plans just in case of an outbreak, that none of them seemed to work apparently. Am I out of ammo? I used to love Chris Redfield because I thought he liked the Redfields. I get you. Oh my god, wow, that took a different turn. Gotta switch to my roommate's account. It's Kino. Oh, yo, what up, Kimo? Kino. Kurama me. And depending if who you beat the B scenario with, Claire and Leon will switch places.
Claire! Stop the train!
I can't. The door to the control room is locked.
Claire? What is this? Stay back.
This is not good. Leon, where are you?
Wonderful.
Sherry? What are you doing?
We have to stop the train, right?
I can do it.
But come and get me. I'm right here.
Which one's the right switch? Maybe this one?
Sherry!
Leon! Ah! I can't hold on.
So one little thing you miss out on is why Sherry was able to do this. It's because she saw it on TV one time. So that, and he addresses Sherry Birkin now. Little schoolgirl outfit. Jumper. No thanks.
Finally, the exit.
Are you all right?
I'm okay.
Where's Claire? Claire? Claire!
Right here.
Claire!
I guess we'll make it. Don't quit! Come on, we have to get out of here. Run! So, it's finally over.
Sherry, you look like shit.
Sherry, you look terrible.
No worse than
Fuck
you.
you, Claire.
Come on, time to leave.
Now? What's wrong? Is something following us?
We have to go. We don't have any time to waste.
Go? Where?
Hey, it's up to us to take out Umbrella.
Butthole Birkin is dead. If it wasn't for tank controls, I could play these. You get used to tank controls. They're not too bad once you get familiar with them. I mean, auto aim definitely helps with tank controls. So afterwards, what happens is Claire decides to separate from Leon and Sherry because she wants to search for Chris, and she separates from them so that way they won't be in danger of Umbrella, which leads into Code Veronica. But as Leon and Sherry were, wandering, escaping the city, the U.S. government actually found them, and they kidnapped Sherry basically to do testing on her and things like that. And basically made Leon an agent for them because Leon wanted to protect Sherry. So that's what led into RE4. They decided that Leon had some special skills because he survived that outbreak, that he can go and find the president's daughter. I lose dedication since I kept dying before I get to RPD. That's one thing about RE2 that's really difficult for people who are new to the franchise, is it throws you right into the fire. Like literally, you're in a fire with zombies all around you. So you have to learn the controls instantly. There's no little tutorial, little area where you walk around, get a feel for the controls. No, you're thrown right into the fucking apocalypse. Ooh. I have to dress as a guitar. So that's a damn, I need to get through you guys. An hour 20. Not that bad. I think the world record for this game is 48 minutes. At the same time, I wasn't doing a speed run, I was just taking my time playing through the game. But what was I gonna say? I had something to say, I forgot. That's why I don't like RE3. I'm not ready for that at all. And And then beating the B scenario in under 3 hours is what gets you the Gatling gun. Here is, you know, the fourth survivor playing as Hunk, and then Tofu. Tofu is basically just a giant hunk of tofu that's intended as a joke. Yeah, that's basically the Canon scenario. It's a little bit in depth. I know I missed out on a lot. I'll probably do another playthrough like this sometime in the future, so I can really like know what I want to say, include everything, especially like all the little like Easter egg areas. I forgot to like shoot the camera with a shotgun.